Platania and Kendel Carson. Welcome. This is your first time.
Yeah, thanks.
Down here, you guys. The last time y'all were down here was down in the other ghetto.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what happened? When did you move?
About 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Wow.
So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, it is great. The air conditioning works. Pigeons, you don't have to shoot pigeons off.
Yeah.
We're moving up in the world, and all the equipment pretty much works. This is great. So Chip Taylor's got a brand new record called Rock and Roll Joe, and we're going to talk about that. And then man, it's been a long time since you played Dallas Fort Worth and at the Kessler Theater tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're looking forward to that.
I think with Colin Boyd, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's going to be a great show. And you guys, we were fortunate to see you at noon on like Wednesday or Thursday morning when South by Southwest, and that was a really fun show. You've really incorporated this whole record into a...
Yeah, well, the whole thing about this, Mark, is that it's really not, the importance of it is not that it's a Chip Taylor record, because it really isn't. It's a, Rock and Roll Joe is, first of all, it's dedicated to the unsung heroes of rock and roll, and is performed by not just me, but by John Platania. We share vocals, John, KENDEL CARSON, and myself. And the other side of the album, the other part of it is equally important, and probably more important in the long run, is the website, rockandrolljoe.com, which is dedicated to the unsung heroes of rock and roll, which already has a life of its own. You got to go there. It is the coolest place. We're all folks, some pretty famous folks and just regular folks, are talking about people that made a difference in their lives that weren't so revered as they went along the way. So Bill Frisell would talk about some street musicians in Australia, and Donnie Fritz would talk about Hollis Dixon, who passed away this year, and who everybody in Muscle Shoals, everybody who was anybody in Muscle Shoals went through his band. And Robert O'Keefe talks about John Vandiver, who was killed, murdered, and who meant so much to so many people. So the Rock and Roll Joe is the important thing here. rockandrolljoe.com, and there's a lot of folks out there that they need to be talked about, and we're going to make sure that happens.
So we can spend hours on that.
Yeah.
As I read about this. This is great. Okay, let me see. Kendel, are you going to sing on this?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm just going to, you'll hear me.
If Alan starts messing with the mic, it's for the good.
Okay.
He's taking some hand signals. So, John, you need to get on that mic while I sing. Okay. Right. And then we can talk about the record here a little bit more. What are you going to do for us?
We'll give you the theme song, Rock and Roll Joe.
Okay.
There you go. Joe is every guitar player who played it from his heart. Here's to Joe.
Every funky drummer who knew when to stop and stop. Way to go, Joe.
And we all bow down to the ones that took us to it, the ones that took us someplace where we needed to go. Every fiddle player who slammed us to the walls. Way to go, jokes of fame. Then we all bow down to the ones that took us to it, ones that took us someplace where we needed to go. Then we all bow
Hare.
Okay. I'm always ready to turn my hand.
You don't have to tell you twice. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Chip Taylor, John Platania, and Kendel Carson, or should I be polite and say Kendel Carson, Chip Taylor, and John Platania. And they are nice enough to come into Dallas a day early. They got their big show tomorrow night at the new Kessler Theater. And
we've heard so many great things about that place. And really been looking forward to it ever since we talked to you.
You'll have a good time. You'll have a good time, and it's a great room, and we appreciate you coming up here early to share Rock and Roll Joe with us.
Yeah.
It's a tribute to all your heroes, is what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
So now someone's going to have to come in and do a tribute to y'all.